Hey there everyone. Just a quick one today. I posted this video last week up to YouTube and I got this comment here, but I have this part. This is an idea. It says, perhaps you'd like to take the points with the furthest depth value and use those to generate and texture a mesh plate. And that got me thinking actually about using the depth data to generate a background plate. So I wrote this quick Python script. I'll just pull up this shot here. Let me just make this a little bigger. And I'll run through some features real quick, and then I'll talk about what it's actually doing. So this top bar here is you can scroll forward. This is the in point. This bottom one here is the out point. And then this is how often it samples. So this isn't the most efficient way to do this because it's written in Python, but you know, it's good enough. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to look for further away pixels, and if it's a further away pixel than the previous frame, it'll take the color of that pixel. So in this situation, here I am standing here, and there's all these white pixels down here because I'm close to the camera. But so if I move away, those will turn black because it'll be getting further away pixels. And then the sort of final image that we're composing here will be made up of just the further away stuff. So this image doesn't really need it because you could just make a plate from further on here when no one's standing around. But just for testing purposes, I'll go ahead and set the out point here, and we'll just have it run. So this is the first frame, and then here's the next frame coming up. And you can see it took pixels from where my friend Danny here moved away. Obviously the exposure changed a little bit, but you can see here it's taking some pixels as I'm moving away as well. And the more I move away, the more it's being replaced. Again, the exposure changed from that first frame, so you can see there's sort of a dark hole here. But you can just let this run, and based on your depth map, it'll give you whatever is in the background. So let's go ahead and open up another file. So here we've got this falconer, and she walks over here. So I'll set the in point here at the beginning. Some things that we want to be removing are basically her, and we want a clean background. Now, the people in the background here don't get much depth information, so we're probably not going to be able to paint all of them out necessarily. Again, this is only as good as the depth information, and really this is only really a starting point. This is like a tool to give you the beginnings of a background plate that you could then maybe take into Photoshop and finish up. But I'll go ahead and set the start here, and I'll move the end down here. And hit start. So here's our first frame, and you can see she's being painted out as she moves away. And that's it. So now we have a much cleaner sort of plate here. And then we could go in Photoshop and touch up the rest of it. I'll just give one more example here, and I think this is sort of the best example I could come up with for a reason to use something like this. This is the Canada Obsidian sample footage called Double Dutch. And you can see it's got a really nice depth map with all the people very clearly shown. And there's a bunch of people in the sort of foreground here, and a bunch of people in the sort of background. I'll go ahead and speed this up real quick so we can just get to the end quicker. You can see as the people doing Double Dutch are moving around, they're just being slowly painted out. Okay, so it's done. In total, that took about a minute to render, so not too long. It's obviously not the most efficient, but it's good enough. You can see we have a lot of like feet and legs and stuff kind of left around, so it would need a lot of cleaning up. You could also sort of tinker with the settings and the in and out points and how often it samples. But it's a lot easier than trying to manually paint out all of the different people. So I think this particular case is a very good situation where that might be helpful if you needed to create some sort of background plate. Okay, so that does it for this video. Like, subscribe, share, all that junk if you're into this kind of thing. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.